Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Drinking Wine at 9. My name is Mats, and why? Because it's 9 o'clock and we be drinking. Today I have a first-time guest. Her name is Tracy Delventhal.
Delventhal, but you're so close.
Yes, sorry,
okay.
Delventhal, and she works with the Natural Wine Company, and this is her first time at the table, so we have to give her a very warm welcome, especially considering the holidays are in days. So
yes.
Tracy, welcome to the table.
Thanks.
Sorry I mangled your name, and it's all about fancy French wines today.
Yes.
So it's your show, let's go.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, what a great way to start doing these videos with Mats to have Christmas just days away. So I figured why not bring out the big guns and let's go straight to France, to some very classic wine regions.
I love this.
So, four really fun wines today from areas you've probably heard of, appellations you've probably heard of, but really wanted to focus on some classic, gorgeous representations of those areas, and just wonderful wines that you could bring to a lovely party. These are great for Christmas gifts, and just really beautiful, well-made wines. So, as Matt said, I do work for the Natural Wine Company, so all the wines that I represent are what you could call craft or boutique wines.
I like that.
Like farmers market wines, if you will, because they're all from individuals. They're all made by hand. No mechanization is going on here. Just the way wines have been made for thousands of years.
I like that.
Yes.
So let's start with the first one.
Yeah.
This beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I wanted to start with
Sancerre.
Sancerre. You know, Sancerre is all the rage. It never goes out of style.
Right.
It gets more popular every year.
100% Sauvignon Blanc from France, and it has those crisp, bright, acidic notes with a lot of guava and kiwi, very tropical, very racy,
Yes.
but still elegant and balanced.
Yes, yes, and why I love Lucien Crochet. They're in the village of Bouilly, heart of Sancerre, and they're one of the first families began producing the wonderful grape Sauvignon Blanc in this region. The wines, this region, the appellation has gotten so much more popular. There's a lot more Sancerre on the market.
Right.
This is some of the top well-made Sancerre out there. This is from their single vineyard parcels, Les Chênes Marchands, elegant, silky, soft,
It has
supple.
it has a lot of finesse, and it's not your morning glass of grapefruit juice.
Exactly.
It's not what New Zealand represents or California by any means. It just has that beautiful finish, and the layers are just so exotic. I could drink this all day. In fact, what would you pair this with for the holidays?
Yeah, so what I love about Sauvignon Blanc in particular, or Sancerre specifically, high acid wines, right? So this is wonderful for any of those heavier holiday dishes, cream, anything with butter. The acid is going to cut through all of that. It's going to keep your palate balanced. It's going to keep you enjoying all of those things, to not have it get too rich or too much.
Sure. I'm thinking poached pears or even Christmas cookies.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, what the Feast of Seven Fishes would be wonderful with that if that's what you celebrate. Yeah, it would go great with sugar cookie. Yeah, that's fun.
So let's talk about the first red. I'm excited to try these because I've never tried them before.
Yeah.
So this is a first for me, along with probably a lot of our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, I chose Lucien Musard and Fille wine today because it's from Santenay. So this is a small family that is a 7th generation winemakers here, producing a wonderful Burgundy. And Santenay is kind of an unheard of appellation. Burgundy is so darn expensive now that if you can go to some of the outside, some of the more unknown appellations, you can still find a bargain. You know, it is still Burgundy, but this is old vine, so Vieille Vigne means old vine, single vineyard Pinot Noir, and they really, I always find that their wines drink much more expensive than they actually are. They're quite affordable for Burgundy and just wonderful medium-bodied, balanced
And that's
Burgundy.
why we're calling this fancy French wines, because fancy doesn't necessarily have to mean expensive. It can just mean high class, if you will. And that's great because this would be great with a Christmas goose or a Christmas duck or a turkey or something outside of that Thanksgiving meal expectation.
Yes, exactly.
Think Christmas, think chestnuts, think stuffing. I mean, by all means, it's gorgeous, it's Pinot Noir, it's fancy. Which brings us to the third wine.
Going into
I like this.
Gigondas. So now we're in the Rhone Valley. What's really wonderful about these two wines, and we'll talk about that on these two, is that these are owned and operated by women. In Gigondas, Stephanie Fumoso is our winemaker. She is third generation woman, female winemaker in Gigondas. Pretty unheard of. It was mostly, a men's show for a very long time. Her great grandfather began the estate in 1900. She's in the heart of Gigondas. If you are working with more southern Rhone, the main grape varietal is Grenache.
Yes.
And so predominantly Grenache here, so warm and bright.
Right. Mulberries and black cherries, a little vanilla, some forest floor.
Yes.
I'm getting white pepper and some black walnuts.
Black walnut. That's nice. I like
It's
that.
just
Yeah.
very autumn, winter. It's very appropriate for the season, and it's a beautiful, beautiful wine.
It's lovely, yeah.
Wow.
And I feel like this is Christmas in a bottle, right?
Yes,
Because
I
it
like
has
that.
like herbaceous notes. I
Sure.
get kind of like eucalyptus on it a little bit.
It's savory, it's tasty.
Yes.
It's fancy.
It is fancy. We're doing the fancy
We
today.
sure are.
Yeah, but absolutely stunning stuff. As classic as it gets from Gigondas.
It's so smooth and so elegant. It has such finesse, and the finish is just. I wouldn't have gravitated toward this if you hadn't brought this.
Yeah.
So, as a fellow wine person, I'm telling everybody out there that this is a hidden treasure.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is a surprise, and I love surprises. No exception. This is great, especially for food.
Yes, great food wines. These are great wines, that all the wines that I represent are very small. These folks only make 200, 300 cases a year of most of these wines. So these are really fun for presents because these are stuff that you can't find everywhere.
It's not mainstream.
special,
it's not your, I can go to King Supers or Safeway and just pick out the same bottle. No,
Yes.
you can't.
You cannot.
You
These
have to
wines are
come-
not in the grocery store, I promise you that.
You have to come into Argonaut and
Yes.
talk to me or meet Tracy, because we're on to the last wine. These go by so quickly. So tell us about this beautiful,
I
beautiful.
really wanted to end with Bordeaux. I think we kind of get some generalizations, or we think about Bordeaux as like your grandfather's Bordeaux. There is some stunning examples of Bordeaux out there that aren't from the larger brands that or the larger places. We're on the right bank of the Gironde River, which means that we're more Merlot focused. But what this wonderful lady, her name's Danielle Mounier, she focuses on Cab Franc. So Cab Franc is the majority of this.
That.
So still has a big, a big rounded shoulder to it. Can withstand, just as big and bold as some of those other cabs from the left bank. 65% Cab Franc, and then it's got some Merlot, silkier, softer. She is impeccable. You could literally eat off the ground in her cellar. It is the cleanest cellar I've ever seen in my entire life, and with that comes precision in her wine. It's stunning. It's absolutely perfect.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because this would be a Christmas tenderloin.
Yes.
This would be filet or Chateaubriand, or something that requires something to complement this beautiful Bordeaux. It does have that herbaceousness, sage, green pepper, but it still has the mulberry and the huckleberry and the blackberry, which is very typical and very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So this has just been such a great lineup, Tracy. I can't thank you enough for coming in and
Of course.
representing the Natural Wine Company, because they're all so fantastic in their own right. And today we were fancy.
Yes, and they're all organic. Don't forget that. So all practicing organic, just wine in your bottle, nothing else that would give you some bad reactions or anything of the sort. So just clean, beautiful, elegant wines.
And it's fantastic. And Miss Sheila already has them on sale. So Tracy, thank you for visiting. I'm going to see you in a couple weeks again for
happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
And we'll see everybody real soon.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks.